Well, the holiday season is right around the corner, and all of us tend to overindulge. And Robin Glantz is an MUHC dietitian who is here with some advice. You also have a private practice on the West Island. Where do you start when you hand out advice to people who are going to be, confronted with so much choice?
This is it. I have to be realistic. I am not here to say just hide yourself in the corner and munch on lettuce. No, I mean, the holidays are a time to enjoy. And you should have a treat or two, but when you're faced with it for an entire month at the workplace, at the parties, you gotta set some limits and some rules so come January 1st, you're not feeling really bad. So
you were talking about that you do eat like most of us do, but you make wise choices.
Absolutely. You go in prepared, and the first rule, and I give this for parties, I give this if you're going to a restaurant, is never show up starving. I know some of us tend to say, oh, well, I'm going out tonight, I'm just going to, cut back today and just, eat my calories then. Big mistake. It's when you show up starving, when that plate comes around with the puff pastry, cream-filled treat, you're just loading up, and it continues to spiral downwards from there. So, as funny as it sounds, I say fill yourself up before you go. Have something that's going to fill you up that's healthy, some veggies, some yogurt, so that you show up and you're able to practice a little bit of restraint and make the choices that are really worth it.
And the risk of insulting your favorite aunt?
Oh, it's doable. You have to do it with tact. Come on. You have to say no. Everything looks lovely and everything was delicious, but I'm stuffed.
Okay, so rule one, that sounds like a good rule. You eat something healthy. Make sure that you're not starving when you get to wherever you're going. Okay. Rule number two. Rule
number two. Now, it's about pacing yourself. If there's going to be, I know my favorites at the parties are always the starters, the hors d'oeuvres, but these tend to have a lot of flavor, but also a lot of fat and a lot of calories. So I usually say to limit yourself to a very small plate, the inner circle, my little Santa here, the inner circle, and choose just a few and stick to that kind of amount. Hopefully and ideally sticking to some of the vegetable-based ones, maybe the shrimp, nothing too deep fried or creamy, or unless it looks really good, you want to try just one. And if you stick to one plate, that kind of size, not too bad.
Other rules? Are there many more?
There's only a couple more. I'm going to save, well, okay, well, I just will go right to it. Alcohol. This is a tricky one at parties. This is where a lot of people may be pushing here, fill your cup a little bit more, and we often don't realize just how quickly these calories add up. Plain and simply, they don't put calories on the wine bottle or on the beer bottle. It's just about pacing yourself there too, and knowing exactly what is a serving and how many you could kind of limit yourself to.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to pour out what is a serving of wine, because it's not half a bottle, it's roughly half a cup, 150 milliliters. Now, in my small cup here, it's not going to look too bad.
But in a big cup.
Oh, yeah, you're going to say this is just a little drip. There we go.
Okay.
I know it's a little early for this, but this here is what 150 milliliters or one serving of wine looks like.
But are you telling people to only do one serving of wine?
Not necessarily. Again, that's not very realistic. But to pace yourself. A little trick that I give people is, for every glass of alcohol that you have at least an equal quantity, if not more, of water. This is for two reasons. First of all, if you're thirsty and you're quenching your thirst and washing the food down with alcohol, of course you're going to drink more. Of course, it's also going to fill your belly if you have some water there. But furthermore, your head will thank me in the morning. You'll stay properly hydrated. So that is a good way to pace yourself.
And I guess drinking water is not as many calories as
There's
drinking.
No calories. It's just pure hydration.
Yeah. Why do we have the plate?
Oh, yes. My very appealing looking. No, don't eat any of this, Richard.
No, it smells great.
This is fake food.
It smells great.
This is, again, for main courses, particularly if this is a self-serve type of event, just showing you, again, how to pace your plate. Half a plate, at least, should be loaded with the vegetables, as many as you like. That's one area where you can indulge. Low calories, lots of nutrients. That leaves a quarter plate for your protein, or about a palm-sized portion, and a quarter plate for your starch. Again, sitting to the inner circle of your plate. If you stick to that and one, then you don't go for seconds, again, you're not doing too badly at your party. And then this will allow you space, and this is where I say choose wisely. Scan the room for the desserts that look good. I am a dessert fan.
Me too.
Choose the one you like, and then if you've stuck to these kind of rules, a small slice of whatever dessert you like, and there you go. You've enjoyed your night, you've tasted what you'd like, but you don't go away feeling
What if it wasn't
terrible.
the night? What if it was the afternoon, and later that night You get to do it all over again, or it was a lunch, it was a brunch.
Oh, goodness. Well, this goes for any time. I mean, these are kind of proportions you want to stick to. But to be fair, I much prefer the early day parties because you have a chance to burn them off.
Yeah.
Whereas at night, you stuff yourself, you go home, you go to bed. Another way would be, hopefully there's a dance floor at that party. Burn a bit off if you've overdone it.
Does that count?
Absolutely. It's all about calories in versus calories out. And if you're standing up and working the floor, doing some dancing, absolutely,
You can
you'll
have
burn a
2
bit
helpings
off.
of dessert,
Well,
of your favorite
that would have
dessert?
to be some pretty intense dancing.
Yeah,
But,
well, I can do that. Robin Glantz is a dietitian with the MUHC. She also has a private practice on the West Island. Thank you very much for speaking with us. And it's good advice. The plate's a little small, but yes, to the inside of the circle, you said. Even right. on the larger plate, too. And if it's vegetables, go crazy.
There you go.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Robin.
Thank you very much.